Hey, how's it going? My name is Hocus, and welcome back to another episode in the RambleCraft SMP series. This is episode 5. Thank you all very much for tuning in today. I hope you're having a great day / week so far. I know that I am, and I cannot wait to jump into some more shenanigans here on the server. So, before we do anything, make sure you drop a like down below. Leave any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback in the comment section. And of course, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. How you doing? My name is Hocus. Make sure you consider hitting that red subscribe button to stay tuned to this series and other Minecraft content. All right then, guys. So first things first, let's see how our shop is doing, because last episode we spent some time hopefully converting the economical landscape in our favor. And I just want to see if we achieved that or not. So first of all, mending books, we were selling them at 15 diamonds per 2 books. Oh yes, very good indeed. So we've sold only 6 books, which I guess isn't too many in the grand scheme of things, but that is almost a stack of diamonds right there just from mending books, which is very, very nice indeed. Unbreaking 3 books. Oh, baby, we are making sales here, guys. We are making sales. Now, I put these 2 down here for some reason. I think I sold some books outside of the shop. I cannot remember exactly, but that was also part of some form of sale. So we'll add those into the total. Blocks over here. Oh my, wow. Again, I wasn't expecting this, but we've made a ton more diamonds out of our blocks. And look at this. Look at this. Name tags. No sales just yet. Logs. Oh, we've even sold some logs. Wow. Amazing. And then finally, Silk Touch. Nothing in there either. That is okay, though. We have made... wow, 64 diamonds, so we've got a stack right here and an extra 55. First of all, we need to restock the store, which I'll either do off camera or after today's episode. But secondly, let's go and check Kier and Dev's store, because I've heard some news on the Discord server. And just as I thought I'd read, these sneaky guys have reduced a bunch of their prices in their store. So they're selling now 1 mending book for 5 diamonds, which means we are pretty much out of the competition. I don't think they've made any sales just yet, but we need to restructure our pricing to fit around their new pricing structure. They've also got this bundle down to 15 diamonds, which is a pretty insane deal. So out of this, you get 1 elytra, a mending book, and a stack of rockets. This used to be 32 diamonds, I believe. Now on the other side, they're selling their elytra at 10 diamonds, which again is under half price, if I remember correctly. And I think the rockets, are they the same price? Or perhaps you're getting 64 now instead of 32. But I think I'm actually going to buy some of these. So let's see what we've got here. Let's take this whole top row, I think. I want to start using the elytra. It makes life a lot easier. So I'm going to do a pretty big sale here for Kier and Dev. Not that I should be supporting other stores. We should be making the profit. No, I'm kidding, of course. The economy must thrive in one way or another, so us shopping here definitely helps. But as I say, let's go ahead and restructure some of our prices. Okay then, so in terms of the mending books, I'm now going to reduce the price down to 8 diamonds per 2 books. So technically we are selling them for 4 diamonds a piece, but once again, just to keep a healthy competition between Kier, Dev, and I'm going to keep selling them by the double. So that's that price. And then I've also changed the Silk Touch price. I don't know. I think maybe I went a little bit too high. None of them are sold. So instead of 8 diamonds, we're going to reduce them down to 3 diamonds and just hopefully make a few sales, because Silk Touch, again, isn't really one of those books that you're going to be buying all that often. So I think making it a little bit cheaper will help to make sales. Name tags remain the same, as well as everything else. Ooh, and just before we leave the shopping district, it looks like another new store has popped up, and immediately from this little logo out front, which is pretty cool. I'm assuming this is going to be some sort of fishing shop. I also see some fish in the item frames down there. Oh, this is a really cool design. Who made this? Oh, this is Binary's store, Fish and Goodies. I really like this idea. So he's got kind of like a storefront here, you know, when you're walking down the high street, and you can look through the glass in front of the stores to see kind of their hot products or whatever. This is a really neat idea. Let's head inside and see what he's selling. So what have we got? We've got cooked salmon. Oh, he's got prices on the item frames. That's cool. So 1 diamond per 32 cooked cod. Binary, I think you got this one mixed up, friend. 1 diamond for 64 cooked cod. Okay, yeah, he definitely got those mixed up. I will possibly let him know if I remember. And then 1 diamond per 16 pufferfish. Okay. Okay, anything else? This is his access to the storefront. I like that. You know what? Let's get something from Binary. Let's get his sales started. So we will go with 64 cooked cod, and I'll give him a diamond for that. There you go. So that's another sale made. Binary, good luck with your venture. I really do like this store design. He's got some barrels outside as well, which are really nice. Yeah, this is nice. Very, very good build. Oh boy, what is happening here? So someone has been messing with us, guys. I was just about to walk into the house and I was thinking, you know what? There are way too many chickens on this island. Is my farm broke? I thought something was up, and then I peered through the window and saw this crazy just chicken party going on in our place. There is a sign in there, so I'm assuming that will let us know what's going on, and it says, "Let the prank wars begin, Chasester." Chasester, you're a sadist. I knew it, guys. I knew it all the way back in episode 2 or 3 when I saw that head just placed like it was meaningless on the community island. I knew that this guy would be trouble. So I guess there's only one thing to do here, and that's to start taking these guys out. But I guess if Chasester wants war, war is what he's gonna get. Oh no, they're even upstairs. Chasester, why? Now, growing up, I was always taught to look at the positives and take positives from bad situations. So I'm gonna do that right now. Although Chasester did get us good, he filled our house with chickens, and it was relatively annoying. What he doesn't realize is that he's now giving me a bunch of fuel for my chicken breeder, which means I'm only going to get richer when it comes to feathers and cooked chicken. That's right, guys. I said richer. We're going to be the feather and cooked chicken king on the server. But also, I actually got a bunch of uncooked chicken and a bunch more feathers from killing the guys. So, Chasester, I just want to say a quick thank you to you. Without your help, I wouldn't be in the position I'm now in. I'm going to just be the bigger person, guys. I'm going to be the bigger person. So Chasester recently let me know that he's on the lookout for an infinity book, which I have right here. I was able to purchase one from one of our villagers here in the cube, as we've so aptly named it. And I think it was, where is he? Was it this guy? Yeah, this guy right here. So 1 emerald and 1 book, which has essentially cost us a nothing aside from growing some bamboo, growing some sugarcane, and breeding some mushrooms. So like I say, I'm going to be the bigger person, and I'm just going to take Chase a gift. No retaliation. Okay, so let me just show you where I dropped Chase's gift off. It's right in this barrel here, so hopefully he'll see that when he comes in. I'm sure he will. I've just removed the floor block to make it a little bit more obvious, so he'll see that the textures are a little bit different. Then he'll open the barrel and boom, surprise, he's got himself an infinity book. So I figured that I would help a friend out rather than trying to get revenge. And you know, just to prove that we've got the infinity book in the barrel, let's take a look under here. There it is, infinity book. And I think just for a little bit of extra design and flair, I mean, Chase's house, it is really nice, but it could do with a little bit more obsidian, I think. So what we're going to do is just create a small little area like this. I think that'll look really good. And we'll just put one more down there for the sake of things. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Now that I've changed things, let's go and drop these oak slabs back off in his house so that he can use those for future purposes, and we'll get on with something else in this episode. And then just to be sure he understands that he's getting a free book out of me and that it was me who did the good deed, I just left a little sign. I heard you wanted an infinity book from Hocus. I think he'll really appreciate this. Quick pit stop over at the Enderman Farm, because if you guys remember rightly, I did say that once we got the elytra, the cod head was going and we were going to upgrade to a diamond helmet. So let's see what enchantment we can get here. Oh, protection 4 off the bat. Of course. Protection 4 and protection 4 only, but I'll take it. We've got protection across our 3 armor pieces, and that leaves us in a pretty healthy position where mobility is high and defense is also fairly high. So we can go and do some other cool things now that maybe are a little bit more dangerous, such as heading into the nether and gathering some netherite. But before we do take another trip over to the nether, we do need a means to break netherrack in a fast fashion, and we're going to be going for beds again. And for that reason, I'm going to set up a small little sheep farm here on the villager island so that we can begin to just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So the first bird is going to be the sheep, of course. And the second bird is that the shop does need restocking, if you remember at the start of the episode. So whilst we're here breeding up the sheep and continuously shearing them, we can also be gaining the books required to put some more inventory into the merchant caravan and continue to make diamonds. Okay, cool. So it's been a few in-game days, and you guys can probably attest to how long this kind of thing takes if you played the game before, which I'm believing that many of you have. So we've managed to build up 3 stacks of white wool, and I've also got 3 stacks of planks here, as well as some fire resistance potions and some shulker boxes. This should be about everything we need to go and start the mining process. So we're going to be starting off with a stack of beds. That should get us relatively close to, I hope, a few pieces of ancient debris. I'm hoping to get converted at least 1 pickaxe, maybe my weapon, and another tool or armor piece. We'll just see how things go, and I guess I will update you with my progress. So I just recorded a segment where we got started on the mining together. I explained that this tunnel that we dug over to the Nether Fortress, we've branched off of it not too far away from the portal to get our mining going, and we've got a ladder that takes us down to Y15. But the problem with the footage was that recently I've been playing with a fan on in the room that I play in because it gets very hot with all of the electronics that are on in here. So the fan stays on, and then occasionally I do forget to turn it off when I record, and then all you can hear in the background is the whir of the fan. So that's what happened to that last clip. Anyway, we blew this hole out. I didn't see any ancient debris. I was hoping to get lucky on camera, but you never know. There's always chance for the second bed to do the magic. All right. Anything? Anything? Ancient debris, where are you? Okay, I will take a proper look in just a second, but it doesn't look like we're going to get lucky here. Let's try in the position right behind us. Okay, nice and easy. All right, nothing too interesting by the looks of it. Let's try that second bed and see what comes of it. Got to remember to keep eating here as well. I don't have any fire protection armor, but I have got the potion on because the first hole I blew, I was immediately swimming in lava, so I had to take quick action, and fortunately we survived. So let's... Oh, wait, no, this needs to go right on the end there. Okay, again, doesn't look like we have any, but I will block this lava off in just a moment so that we can double check. Darn it, darn it, darn it. So I did it again, guys. I just did it again. I left the fan on and ruined the clip, but we got our first piece of ancient debris. It was right in that little slot there, and I thought we only had the one, but when I turned around, there were 2 more sitting right up there that I hadn't noticed. So we've got our very first pieces. 3 of them so far. We just need 1 more for our first netherite ingot, and it hasn't taken that long at all because here are the first 2 holes that we exploded, and then right over here to the left in the 3rd hole we struck gold, or ancient debris if you will. I will also be on the lookout for the gold ore, this nether gold ore, but the quartz I'm really not interested in at the moment, so we'll probably leave that behind. Maybe I'll take some gravel because all of our gravel sold out at the shop, so we could use this time to also restock that if I've got the patience for it. But other than that, the main priority is this good stuff right here. Hell yeah, guys. Looks like we've got our next couple pieces here. So I'm thinking this is just going to be 2, but you can never quite tell until you have a little bit of a dig around, because I know it's possible to get veins of 3, I think. But looks like in this case, it's just a 2, which is fine by me. And that means that we are over the 4 barrier, which is the first netherite ingot confirmed. So once we get back to base, we will at least be able to... Hello there. We'll at least be able to upgrade 1 pickaxe, which is my priority. So let's see about getting some more. We still have a bunch of beds to go. We've made it back to base, and here are the fruits of our labor. So we've got 12 pieces of ancient debris, which is equal to 3 netherite ingots. So I was pretty much expecting about this amount from a stack of beds. That means we can upgrade 3 items. We've also got 2 stacks of nether gold ore and another 2 pieces. So I'm going to begin the smelting process right now. Chuck a little bit of it into the furnaces, and we'll just monitor that over time here. And we are all set to begin crafting. So 4 netherite scrap and 4 gold ingots is equal to 1 netherite ingot. So we can make 1, 2, and 3. Very nice indeed. However, before we do go ahead and upgrade any of our weapons, tools, or armor, I've got to make sure that we are in a position to do so. So before we convert to netherite, I want to ensure that we've got efficiency 5 on this pickaxe. I'm going to upgrade it. I want to ensure that we've got sharpness 5 on this sword. I'm going to upgrade the sword. And then I do not know what else I'm going to upgrade. Maybe the other pickaxe as well. So we might do 2 pickaxes and 1 sword. But as I say, I want them to be fully enchanted before we do so. Otherwise, we'd have to combine them with other netherite pickaxes, I believe, in order to get those enchantments without using books. So let's go ahead and do that. All right then, we've got some pretty good looking tools and weapons here. So for the sword, we've got ourselves looting 3, mending, sharpness 5, unbreaking 3, and I also managed to sneak sweeping edge in there, which is pretty good. So this sword is about as good as it gets unless you are a fire aspect or a knockback user. So I'm pretty happy with that. Then we've got our Silk Touch pickaxe, which now has efficiency 5 and mending, which is pretty cool. We'll upgrade that to netherite. And then finally, the other pickaxe of the collection, which is the Fortune 3, efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and mending pickaxe. We will also upgrade that guy as well. So we're looking pretty good now in terms of our weapons and tools. Our pickaxes and our sword are pretty much as good as it gets, I say. So now that we've got that done, let's figure out one more thing that we can squeeze in to end off today's episode. As for the rest of this episode, I'm going to spend it putting in some time terraforming the base here. So I did mention this, I believe, in a recent episode that I wanted to do a little bit of terraforming on the island once we've got the house built. So that's what we're going to spend the rest of today's episode doing. And the reason why is because I kind of just want to wrap this up now, this starter base. Oh, I kind of just want to get it wrapped up, and then I'll feel confident enough that we've got this base of operations to work from, and we can start expanding into bigger and better things across the world rather than just kind of being island centric at the moment like we are. So let's do our best to finish this up. And when I say terraforming, it's not going to be anything too extraneous. It's probably just mostly going to be detailing, but the first thing I want to do is actually replace all of the sand on the island with dirt. I just think having grass over the place is a lot easier to work with, and it looks better in my opinion. So we're going to switch out all of this yellow, get in some green, and then, like I said, just detail it mostly, but I will be changing the shape of the island slightly in certain places, but for the most part, it will remain the same. Check it out, guys, check it out. So the yellow island becomes brown and green. It should all be green eventually. You guys know how grass works in this game. It does take a little bit of time to spread, but I think I've covered pretty much everything apart from the parts of the island that are submerged below the ocean, but we'll worry about that at a later date. Anyway, until this grass is grown, there isn't too much that we can do aside from shaping the island slightly, and I have been doing that as I go. So what I mean is areas like this we need to cover up. So we don't want that we don't want the front of that wood to be visible, so we can just add a few blocks to cover it up like so. And just kind of keep the terrain looking as natural as possible. I think that'll do the trick for that area. Let's take a look at the back as well, because this is also a problem. We'll do something like this. And we have this steep part anyway, so I think we'll just stick it out as it is and then maybe build up something like that just to ease it in on that side. And that should do... Okay, actually, we need to do something over there as well, but this should just help to make everything look a little bit more more natural. So we'll do a similar type deal here. Maybe something like that will work. I would ideally... Actually, you know what? That could be okay. I would ideally like to have a couple pieces of dirt in these slots, but we'll figure that out. See how it is once the grass spreads, and that should be pretty much it. Okay, so it's actually a day or so later now, and I've allowed all the grass to grow. I stood AFK in the house so that could happen, and I've began here with a nice little path design. So we've got a mixture of path blocks and gravel, as well as some spruce to allow us to move up and down the path without jumping, which I think is a nice touch. And then you can see also we've got some fences every now and again and a few lanterns to light this up. So we should probably take a look at this at night at some point just to make sure it all looks good in the dark as well, because that's kind of what I'm going for here. And also you can see the pathway runs up to the door of our house and also across to the chicken farm that we've got on the side here. I've also been bone mealing a lot of the grass. I kind of just want this island to look overgrown elsewhere aside from the pathway. I think that will be a good idea, so I will continue that project off camera. And then I've got a little bit of an idea about a simple custom tree design that I want to go with on the island also, so I think we'll try that out once I am done with the bone meal here, but we've just ran out, so we better head inside and grab some more bones. I have to say, guys, I am liking the look of this so far from the air. I think the detail is good, and with all the grass, it's looking very wild, which is exactly what I was going for before I stumbled over my words there. So I did mention custom trees. I think that'll be a good finishing touch here. So maybe we can begin our first one right where this torch is. And what I'm going to do is use spruce wood. So let's give ourselves some of the bark blocks as well. We've also got a data pack that gives you 4 instead of 3, which is quite nice. And I think, you know, it's not game breaking or anything. Let's go up by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say 7. And I'm going to strip it. I don't know what it is about stripped wood, but it's infinitely better than regular wood, in my opinion. Slipping over my words again. Interesting. All right, so we've got some spruce leaves as well, and I'm going to begin, I think, on this layer. So it's going to kind of resemble what a spruce tree looks like in the game at the moment, but instead of regular wood, we've definitely got something a little bit different in stripped. And I'm going to just see what I can do in terms of making the leaf structure a little bit different as well. So let's begin with maybe a little bit of a bigger ring, I suppose might be a good start. So we'll go around again like this. All right, and then there'll be a couple more blocks there. Okay, this might be a good place to start. Then I was thinking, again, just keeping it similar to the spruce in the game, we'll do something like this. Oh, I keep falling, come on. And then we'll have another little ring of blocks. So this one, we will do something like this. Okay, I mean, we could definitely branch out a little bit further. Maybe have an extra block on each side like this. That might be a good idea. Okay, and then again, we'll take another step up. So this time we'll go with something like, can I make that jump? Oh, I can make that jump. We'll go with something like this, and then, I don't know, do we just cap it off at that point? Because I think it's almost as if we go any higher, it might kind of ruin the design. What does that look like? Is that kind of weird? I don't know, that is kind of weird, isn't it? We've got to think of something because it doesn't quite work. Maybe in this case, if we were to... Oh, I misplaced the block. Maybe in this case, if we were to actually just shorten the tree trunk a little bit, it might be a good... Come on, Hocus. You can do it. You can do it. This is like a parkour challenge now. All right, we're going to do it this time. Here we go. What? How do I keep placing it there? Come on, this time. If not, we're cutting. We're cutting the video. There we go. All right. So, like I said, we could actually just shorten this up. Let's not do that. Let's take this one down, plonk it in there, and then maybe cap it. That might be a little bit better. Okay, what's that looking like? Yeah, you know what? I can work with that. I can work with that. That isn't too bad, is it? You guys definitely let me know what you think down in the comments if there's something different I can do. But regardless of it being a little bit stumpy, it's not too bad, I think. So let's get a few more of these up around the island. I actually changed my mind a little bit on the design. I think the tree definitely was a little bit too stumpy. So first of all, I raised up a block at the bottom so that we've got a 3-block gap between the ground and the leaves. Then it looked even more stumpy, so I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just add more layers. So I took the middle layer here and replicated it at the top, and then I've capped it off in the same way, and I think that is a lot better in terms of a reusable custom tree design. So what we're going to do, I think, is just spread a few of these around the island, maybe have some that are a little bit taller, some that might be probably not a little bit shorter, probably more that are just slightly taller, but we'll be using this design and possibly one more. Spread a few throughout the island, and then that should be about it for this episode of RambleCraft. Alright then guys, welcome back to episode 5 of the RambleCraft survival multiplayer series for the last time today. Let's take a quick tour of the island before we wrap things up, and you can see from the beginning of the path, I actually really like this view. It's pretty nice, right? So up the path, we've got trees on either side of the island, 3 on the left, and then I put a couple over here on the right-hand side. You may also notice that we've got a couple of kind of like bushy stone things. Great description. Bushy stone things across the island as well, just for a little bit of extra detail. I thought that some of the spaces looked a little bit bare, so I filled them in with some bushy stone things. And they, I guess they don't look too bad. Let's take an aerial view of this place really quick. So up we go, and then the 180, and voila, there it is, guys, there it is. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments section below if you are still watching at this point, and if you are, I appreciate that, by the way. So we've got the bushy stone things, the stony bush things, and the trees, as well as our little pathway that leads up to the house. And all in all, I think we've done a pretty great job of just polishing up the island and making it fit for a Rambler. And that's exactly what it is. So as I said, guys, this is going to be the end for this episode. Thank you ever so much for tuning in once again. I do hope that this series continues in the same vein. It has been doing quite well. You guys are seemingly enjoying it. So let's hope that episode 5 is just as entertaining as the rest. Please be sure to drop a like down below if you did enjoy the video. comments, questions, suggestions down in the comments section as always. And if you are new here, then first of all, welcome. My name is Hocus. I hope you enjoyed your stay on the channel today. Please consider subscribing. That's the red one down below if you weren't too sure about that, which I don't doubt your intelligence, but just make sure you click that red one, okay? And that will allow you to stay subscribed to this series as well as any other Minecraft content on the channel. So guys, take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.